Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a beauty battle video. I've wanted to do this for a while. This is something I first saw Samantha March do, and I have seen other people do this as well. The concept is picking different categories of products. So for example, one of my categories is stick cream blush, and picking two items I really love. And if I had to choose between them, which one would I pick? So it's kind of like a head-to-head battle of products I really like. So it's not a dupes video, and it's not saying that one product is bad because I like everything in this video, but it's like if I really had to pick between two products that I think are great, what would I choose? So yeah, I thought this was fun. So like I said, I first saw Samantha March do this. I will link her in the description box. I did film this makeup look for the Reviving Old Palette series, so I will link that in the cards and the description box if you're interested in the makeup that I'm wearing, and let's get started. All right, so these are just kind of random categories that I came up with. And the first category I'm calling full coverage concealer. And so I really like the Born This Way from Too Faced and also Tarte Shape Tape. I like both of these. But if I had to really choose, I think I do like the Too Faced slightly more, only because it's not quite as heavy as this. I will say this is a bit more coverage than the Too Faced. They're both creamy. I like them both on the under eyes. I'm wearing the Tarte one today. Honestly, I would probably repurchase both of these, but I think if I really had to pick, I would pick the Too Faced. All right, I came up with another category for concealer, and this one is drugstore concealer. And I love both of these concealers, not just for drugstore, they're just good in general. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer and the, what's this one called? Believe Beauty You're Covered Liquid Concealer. Again, these are both creamy. I would say these are both more medium coverage. They're not as much coverage as either the Tarte or the Too Faced. I really enjoy both of these. However, if I had to pick, I think I would pick the Believe Beauty to win this one because I think it's just a bit more creamy, a bit nicer looking on the under eyes than the e.l.f. Again, I still love the e.l.f. You know, I still love everything in this video, but just something slightly more flattering about the Believe Beauty. And if you have these products, please let us know which ones you would pick. I'm really curious to hear what you guys would choose if you were forced to pick between these two or any other two like favorites of yours. So this next category, I guess I'm calling just high-end, like full coverage foundation. These are two newer foundations in my collection. This one I bought, the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This has gotten a lot of hype this year. And then this one was sent to me in PR, the Yensa Super Serum Silk Foundation. I really love both of these. They both have great coverage. They look amazing on the skin. They are long lasting. I have combo skin, although I've been more dry in the last few months. These are both amazing. I mean, honestly, I love both of these. However, if I really had to choose, I think I would give it to the NARS because there's just something slightly more flattering about this one. This one is a bit more matte than the NARS. The NARS, I mean, it's called light reflecting. It's not super dewy, but it has just a bit of a glow. This is the one I'm wearing today. I just think it looks slightly more natural on the face, but gosh, honestly, both of these foundations are really good. Again, hard to pick for all of these categories, but this one is just like beyond amazing. All right, the next category is cream bronzer. And I love both of these too. This is really difficult. The Fenty cream bronzer. I have the shade Macchiato. Now the shades I have in this are different. They're not the same. This one is warmer and a bit darker. This is the Rare Beauty bronzer in Full of Life. Oh, this is tough, okay? This is really tough because I think both of these formulas are so smooth, easy to blend, just like no problems. It just works. If I had to pick, I think I'm gonna pick the Rare Beauty only because of the convenience of the stick. This one being in the compact, I put my finger in there and just like wipe it on my face and then blend it out, which is perfectly fine. And you could directly put a brush or a sponge in here. I just personally don't really like to do that. There's something about the convenience of a stick cream product that I really enjoy because you just draw some lines and blend it out. So yeah, both of these are really good, but I just think the whole format and packaging of this is easier for me to use than a compact. And I know that Fenty had contour sticks, but they were different shades than the cream bronzer. I would love to see like these same bronzer shades in stick form. Now that would be tough. I would love to see Fenty release that, honestly. I mean, the packaging is beautiful, but I just think there's something a bit more convenient about a stick bronzer. Next category is stick cream blush. I already said I love cream products in a stick form. I just think it's so easy to use. You can just tap it on your face, blend it out, and it's so easy. Both of these cream blushes are amazing. So we've got the Palladio 2-in-1 Cheek and Lip Tint. This is the shade Sweetheart. I have several shades of these. This is a pink. This is really, really beautiful. And the Merit cream blushes, which I really like as well. This shade is Beverly Hills, and I also do have the one called Mood. I talked about that in a recent video. This is tough because these are both really convenient. You just quickly put them on the cheeks. They blend out instantly. No fuss, no hassle. Very, very easy to use. If I had to pick though, I think I would go with the Palladio because they're a bit more pigmented than the Merit and they're less expensive. So it's like you get more pigmentation for less money, but still easy blendability. These are kind of hard to find though. They do sell them at Sally Beauty Supply, and I've seen them on Amazon, but the prices seemed kind of crazy because these are supposed to be only like $8 or $9, but some websites they're listed for like 20. So I don't know if they're discontinued or what the deal is, but I think you can find them at Sally Beauty Supply. So yeah, again, both of these are great, convenient, but the Palladio is just a bit more pigmented and it's way less expensive. All right, then we have liquid lipsticks. I love liquid lipsticks. I do. I think they are just convenient, long lasting. I like to put a gloss on top though, because I don't like a matte lip that often. But I really enjoy both of these formulas. So we have the Odin's Eye, what are they called? Alva Matte Lip Stains. I have several shades of these. This shade is Sweet Peach. Really great pigmented formula, smooth, not overly drying, great applicator. And then the MAC liquid lipsticks. These are called the Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color. This red is in Feels So Grand. They also have a pointed applicator. I like both of these liquid lipstick formulas. I do. But again, this is like choosing between favorites here. I would have to give it to the MAC because they're just a slightly thinner formula and just slightly more comfortable on the lips. I still like the Odin's Eye ones. I think they are great, but there's something about the MAC that is just slightly more comfortable on the lips. All right, next up, the battle is between what I'm calling luxury brand blushes. Pat McGrath versus Natasha Denona. And I do like the Pat McGrath blush. I do. This is the shade Love Struck. This is the one I'm wearing today. Like I said, I filmed this look. These are beautiful. I mean, the packaging is stunning, although it is kind of hard to open. I've said that before. You kind of have to like push right at the right spot. So it often takes me a few tries to open it, which isn't a big deal, but for a high-end luxury brand, I'd like a bit more convenience. Very pigmented, easy to blend. And then for the Natasha Denona, I have the Mini Bloom blush. And this has a bit of a glow. This is really beautiful. Now, obviously these shades are different. I'm more just talking about the formulas. I would give it to the Natasha Denona because this has a bit of sheen, a bit of glow, This one I have is totally matte. I know that she has some that have a bit of satin finish. I have not tried those. So I just prefer this formula a bit more. And I do also have a Natasha Denona face palette that I love and I will be talking about in a category here. But I think out of, if I had to pick Pat McGrath blushes or Natasha Denona blushes, I would pick Natasha Denona, but I still love these and this shade is beautiful. All right, and then we have high-end face palettes. So I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm palette. Love this. I'm wearing this, both of these contour bronzers today. You get a highlighter, a shimmery blush, beautiful, and then the Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek palette. So these are a little different because you get 2 cream products here and then 2 powder products here. And this is tough because I really, really love both of these. Now, these aren't identical again, like the colors are different and all of that. And here you get 2 cream products. I think the formula is so smooth and amazing. Although I think if I had to choose between these 2 palettes, I would pick the Charlotte Tilbury, only because the cream blush in here is not very pigmented. I just can't get that really to show up. The cream highlighter I love though, and I love the powder highlighter and the powder bronzer. Amazing palette. However, in this one, I love every shade, whereas there is that one in the Natasha Denona that I'm just not as into. All right, 2 categories left, and they are for eyeshadow palettes. So the first one is Luxury Mini Palettes, Natasha Denona versus Pat McGrath. This is hard. I have both of her mini palettes from Pat McGrath. I have the Mini Sublime and the Mini Subversive. I don't think the Mini Subversive is available anymore, but I think the Mini Sublime is still for sale on her website. And then Natasha Denona, I have a ton of these mini palettes. This is the Mini Love, but I've got Mini Glam, Mini Leela, several others. So these, you do get a combination of matte and shimmer shadows, and the Mini Biba, you also get one of her cream to powder. And the Pat McGrath, these are metallics. This one is like a shimmery matte, but it mostly looks matte on the eyes. So I guess this one I'll say is 1 matte and 4 metallic shades. Boy, this is tough because the metallics in the minis from Pat McGrath are so foiled, so metallic. And these are as well. Some are more metallic than others. It depends which palette you're talking about. However, I think I would give it to the Natasha Denona only because these palettes have more variety in formulas. So you get a combo of mattes and metallics, whereas these you just don't get that variety, and the Mini Subversive is all metallic shades. Again, both are amazing, and also I do think the packaging is better on these than these. This flimsy plastic packaging isn't the best. You know, it's fine. It's not terrible. This is a $28 palette. This is a $25 palette. But, you know, this one is a few dollars less, and the packaging I think is far superior. So I would give it to the Natasha Denona minis. All right, last category is warm toned palette. I love warm neutrals, golds, warm browns, all of the things. This is the Sigma, what is this, Ambiance palette. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love this palette. I've done a look with this one, and then also the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Stunning. I have filmed a look with this one as well. Now, I do think that the formula is slightly better on Natasha Denona, but I still like the Sigma palette. But if I had to choose, I would pick the Natasha Denona. Even though I love this palette, it's not even so much the formula, but I like the shades in this one a bit more. As you can tell, this palette I think has a bit more depth to it, and you get some of these more red tones. But if you don't like as much red tones and you want just more regular warm neutrals, I think you would like the Sigma Ambiance, but I like those red tones, so yeah, I would give it to the bronze palette. That is it for this video. I thought this was a lot of fun to do a head-to-head battle with some ultimate favorite products, so let us know what you think. And if you like this video, let me know, because I could come up with tons and tons of categories to do this for. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like I said, I filmed this makeup look, so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.